Action.
Bang.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ladies' Night. Back and better than ever. It's been a few weeks. We do apologize. We've been busy. We got a lot going on in our lives. We've got
all
weddings.
of our loyal listeners.
All of our loyal listeners. Thank you all for joining us once again.
We really apologize. I got so many texts being like, where's the new episode?
My mom asked me a few times.
I got no.
Said, are you guys recording this week?
She's got. We actually have a pretty big following back home.
Back home in Nebraska.
Yeah, she got a couple
few
family
friends.
members
Yeah.
who listen to it. Family members.
A few friends. My mom is a loyal listener, so thank you,
Yeah.
Mom, if you're listening.
Sister-in-law listens.
Oh, yeah. Forgot she said that.
Couple friends, yeah.
I finished my podcast on the way here, and the next podcast to come on was this one. I changed it.
Fuck.
I put music on.
I was just going to say, you don't listen to our podcast. Why would any of your friends listen to our podcast?
So close.
Damn it, Dana.
Even when the technology tries to trick her
I was debating
into
on whether
listening.
I was going to tell you that or not, and it came out. And I told you.
Honestly,
Maybe you should listen to it. I think you would like
I'll
it.
listen to it on the way home. I was like,
No, you won't, you liar.
all right. No, hey, we made a fair trade. Dana doesn't have to listen to the shows, but she gets no editing privileges.
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. But
what she says sticks.
if I listen, do I get them back?
But you have
If
to
I say,
listen
hey,
to every
listen to this-
episode.
We need proof.
Okay.
You're gonna get
I don't
quizzed.
know how to do that.
You're gonna get quizzed on what happened in the last episode.
Oh, oof. Okay, well, I didn't listen to this, so don't quiz me. It was also 3 weeks ago. I literally couldn't even remember what happened in my life 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, no.
It's been a while.
It's been a few weeks. We've had a lot going on in our lives. We've been to Nebraska and back. We've been to Connecticut and back. 2 different weddings. One of my best friends got married back in Nebraska, and then the next weekend we had what we determined was Justin's first cousin, I think? Second cousin, sorry.
that
Second
wedding.
cousin.
Second cousin's wedding back in Connecticut. 2 very different dynamics between the 2.
Both a lot of fun though.
Both a
great
lot of
time.
fun.
Yep.
Both were a blast in their own capacity.
Right.
Went back to Nebraska, had a cute little barn wedding with a DJ and a party bus, and we had the best time, which was also one thing that Justin didn't realize. Or didn't, I guess it's a Nebraska thing.
So also
Or a Midwest thing.
Before you say this, I personally haven't experienced this. Dana might look at me like I'm an idiot. So I'm not saying
already
it's
doing
not.
that,
I'm not.
but you
I'm
haven't
not
said
saying
it
it's
yet.
not a thing up here. I just
so a
haven't
party
done
bus for a wedding.
That's a thing.
Like between the ceremony and the reception?
Yeah.
Okay. You made it seem like no one here knew.
It. No.
Wait. On the way to the ceremony, I've done it, but it's also like a lot of the places that a lot of the weddings I've been to, the reception is at the same place as the ceremony, and
Yeah.
you just have a cocktail hour and then walk over.
Right.
Well,
So-
so this was a lot of fun.
I don't think
but
it's weird. I think it's
No.
that's not a. I don't think it's a Midwest thing. I think that's a thing.
It wasn't weird at all. It was a blast. The part that threw me off is because I did one time take a party bus from like a wedding to the reception. The part that threw me off was like their bus like picked us up at the reception, drove us like into and around town so we could like stop at bars, and then brought us
Oh.
back. That was the part.
The ceremony and the reception were at the same place. So after the ceremony, we all
Right,
got
yeah.
on the bus.
Different.
Okay, yes,
That's
my bad.
very
Yeah.
different.
Okay.
Right. Again, it was great. It was a lot of fun. That was the part I was unfamiliar
everybody
with.
at the wedding is already partying, and you guys are just like riding around town.
Yeah.
So technically it's for
Weird.
photos. No, so it's normal because normally in between the ceremony and the reception, people would go for like an hour, hour and a half and take photos. So it's kind of the same thing. We just got on a party
Right.
bus to
Oh, so
do
they're
it.
all at a cocktail hour, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, there was
Right,
there
they
was
did a cocktail
snacks
hour, and
drinks
then we
stuff.
all
Okay.
went on a party bus for like an hour or two.
interesting, very
Yeah.
interesting.
Which
Right,
wasn't
it was-
actually,
yeah.
there was one actual party
and
bus.
they did photos before.
And
We got
during.
on the bus and it drove us to like a field, a cornfield.
Shocker.
Stop.
Everyone pretends to be shocked.
Shut up. Took us to a field with a beautiful sunset. The pictures were really cute though, so we all got to take pictures.
A cornfield does
I
seem like a
see
nice
the
place to
smirk
take
on
on
your
your
face.
It actually
I'm holding
really
back
was.
a lot of
Yeah.
jokes, but it does seem like people do that here. I think.
It was actually really nice. They were like,
of.
In fields, like
Yes.
in
the
South
scenery
Pacific
was nice
corn.
too. They just like had cut all the grass and were like baling like the hay in the
Yeah.
background. It was actually like really scenic. It was
Yeah.
like very nice.
No, it was a hayfield. Now that you mention it, it
Yeah.
was a hayfield,
Yeah.
not a
It-
cornfield.
Yeah, no, it that I can picture that.
So it was really pretty. But then we
Good
got
photo op.
back on the bus, and then we drove to a local bar, and then we just like took shots and had a bunch of drinks, and then we got back on and went back to the reception.
I mean, that seems
Right.
fun.
Yeah, it was a ton of
never
fun.
heard of it.
That's what I said. It was a ton of
Yeah.
fun. I just had never particularly done that.
And a lot of the people do like a couple of the weddings I've been at, it's like they're doing the photos right outside the cocktail hour, so like they can still kind of like see, mingle, and go like, okay, bridal party, go back, take photos, like things like that.
Right.
Or it's just like they do photos before the reception and everything, do like the first look type thing, and
which
the,
I get. Yeah.
and then they go like the bride and groom and the bridal party also goes to the cocktail hour.
right.
Yeah.
Which I fully understand. This is
I mean,
just
that's a new way to do it. That's kind of cool.
It's a blast, though.
Especially if you get married like in your, not like in your hometown, but like a local spot.
Yeah.
You can just go to
Yeah.
a local bar and then everyone will be like, ah, it was such a
So
thing. And it, like
it's-
exciting. And
Yeah.
I get
it was
that.
beautiful. The venue was so much fun, but
It
it is
was.
very much in the middle of freaking nowhere.
I assume
middle.
everywhere in Nebraska is in the
It's
middle
not.
of freaking, Nebraska itself is in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Most of what's in Nebraska is in the middle of nowhere. There are cities. I grew up in a city.
No, honestly, you think
Omaha?
No.
Isn't that in Nebraska?
Yeah. Good job.
it is honest. There is actually a lot like there's a lot. They utilize the space well. Like the space.
There's
like,
so much of it.
Yeah, but they utilize.
How do you not
They have
use it
fun.
well?
Yeah, they use it well. They have fun. We have fun down there.
Did you see any of my Instagrams? They even had his uncle had a helicopter. He was giving out helicopter rides
That's
to
pretty
everyone.
cool.
Yes, I did see that. I thought that's how you were getting to the wedding.
No.
I
That
thought
would've been
they
fun.
were helicoptering people in.
No, that
Which
would
I
have
was
been,
like,
cool.
that'd be cool.
That's how the groom showed up.
That's how the groom showed up to the rehearsal dinner.
So it was actually one of the other elements
cool.
that made it kind of cool is like not everybody did this. Only like I would say maybe like 20 to 30 people did this, but it was a 2-night event, obviously with the rehearsal dinner, right? And so we brought her family's camper, and along with like a few other families, like we camped out there for both nights. So it was
Not even looking at you.
no, but but that's why. But it was so much fun. It was way better.
You saw the camper. It's glamping. It has a fireplace in it and a flat
it was
screen TV,
it was a
leather
very
couches.
very
It's
nice.
just you can't get more like
I
Midwest
know.
than
I know.
the way you're describing.
But
Besides
I
the,
loved it.
I know
It
the
was
group's
the
party
way-
wore cowboy
It was a ton of
boots
fun.
did,
A ton of fun.
and cowboy hats.
That was honestly the best way to do it because we didn't have to go anywhere. We walked out of the reception tent to the camper.
Our
We didn't have
camper-
to
yeah.
drive. We didn't
Yeah,
have to
no.
go back to
Our
a
camper was
hotel.
50
yeah, try
feet.
getting an Uber in Nebraska.
No,
Does
it's
that even exist there?
some guy shows up on a horse. You know,
A horse and buggy.
Oh my God, Mom, I'm so sorry.
carriage
She
is
said
here.
this was going to happen.
no, but honestly, no. So it was a ton of fun. The camping out was sick, and like the trailer, or I'm sorry, not the trailer. The camper. The camper was right next to the tent, so it was like 50 feet from the tent. So it was like,
tents?
the event tent. There was like an event
Oh.
tent, like yeah,
Okay.
gotcha. Sorry,
People did have tents, though.
Right.
People did stand.
but it was fun. Like that was
How do
fun.
you get ready for a wedding in a tent?
They did.
They had
They
to use
got
the
ready
they
in
had to
our
use the
camper.
camper.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then they
Okay.
slept in a tent.
Okay.
No, they got ready with
that
us.
seems borderline impossible.
No, I would never. God
No, you
forbid.
couldn't
I
get
wouldn't
ready
even
in a
sleep in a
tent, no.
tent. It was hot. It was
It was really hot.
hot.
Yeah.
And we were in velvet dresses. I had to change out of my bridesmaids.
But having a
dresses. It
little
was so
place that
freaking
you
hot.
could go to with AC and a private bathroom and like restock on an ice cold drink when you needed it,
Yeah.
like that was 50 feet away. That was money.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is nice.
it was a great time. Honestly,
good.
we had a blast. You
We
loved
did
the
a-
whole experience.
I had a great time. We had a blast. We did a lot of fun things.
It was a
obviously.
new way to experience.
People were great. The food was great. The environment was great.
Oh,
I wish both nights you made me go to bed earlier than I wanted to.
Oh,
and I
I'm
was
sorry.
the
It was
first
12:30.
the first night I wanted to go back with Bo and his friends to that bar in Albion, and that night would have gotten ridiculous. I don't even know if I would have seen
The
you the
groom
next
and his
day.
friends stayed out until 4 a.m. the night before the wedding, getting drunk at a local bar. Which more power to
And
them. I would be dead the next.
I
day.
was
it
I was
could
trying
not
to
be
go,
me.
and Alyssa, I told Alyssa I was gonna go, and she looked at me. She goes, "No, you're not." I was like, "Oh."
with all these random guys that you just met and go to a bar in Albion, Nebraska.
Yeah.
I was like, I would never see
No,
you
I
again.
met I met these groomsmen like it was one of those things where like we kind of like introduced to each other like in passing, but then it's like the whole night goes by the rehearsal and we haven't said much, and at this point everybody's pretty fucking sauced up, and we talk for like of course like 5-10 minutes, and we're all best friends, and we're like, all right, they're like, let's go to the bar in Albion. You can stay on my couch. I'm like, Alyssa, I'm gonna go drink with them at the bar, and I'm gonna stay on this dude's couch. And she's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I would be like, absolutely fucking not.
I was like, what? I was like, I really.
Listen to the sentence you just said.
Yeah.
And then he woke up the next morning. He's like, God, thank God I didn't go with those guys. I'm like, yeah, thank
But then
God.
the next day we had a great time with them. They were all great dudes. But
Yeah, but
I
just
really
like the sleeping on some random person's couch while you're in.
I told when in Rome, do as I told her that would have been a
No.
great opportunity to have some fun.
Okay.
It probably would have been, but you
yeah.
would have been like
I would have
so
been miserable.
annoyed the next day.
So miserable,
Yeah.
fucking.
Then you would have
brutal.
had to like go get ready with the groomsmen because that was all the groomsmen. You would have had to.
I
Like,
didn't have clothes.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
you,
had
wouldn't
to
have never made
take
it back.
a horse back to the trailer and fucking put your suit on.
And then the next night, I had to start getting ready. We had to be there at 7 a.m. for
But the
bride
party was
to
still
start
going on.
I
Ready.
hate that.
I know.
hate it.
So the next day at like 12:30, I started getting ready at 7 a.m. And then it's just a long day from there on out.
Yeah.
We're drinking, we're out, we're having fun, and then like 12:30 rolls around. I am exhausted,
Yeah.
ready for bed. This kid's ready to party with all these random ass people that he just met in Albion, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Drunk as a skunk. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I was having a great
Having a
time.
good
Yeah,
time.
I was assimilating.
You should be happy he's enjoying Nebraska.
Oh, he was having a
Exactly,
blast.
yeah.
He was honestly like living his best life.
I was.
I've
It was
got
a
a
good
bunch of
time.
videos of him. He was having a blast.
I did.
So we went from that wedding in Albion, Nebraska, middle of nowhere, beautiful wedding, loved it. Congratulations, Maddie and Bo, we love you. To his second cousin's wedding in Connecticut.
That looked pretty.
It was
They had to have spent at least $100,000, probably more, on this wedding.
It was a
venue.
very lavish, like.
It was so
wedding.
nice.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was like marble white, beautiful,
Yeah, it looked gorgeous.
It was very
pictures
nice.
I saw.
Very nice.
classy. No one was like sweating and changing out of their
It made me
clothes.
feel better about our gift. I was like, yeah.
happened
we're-
in
Yeah.
the barn in Nebraska.
I changed out of my bridesmaid's dress to
Oh.
then go back into the party because I was sweating so much.
Oh wow.
It was
Yeah, it was too hot for a big village.
it was outside. This one was inside, but it's just two very different experiences. Both very
But both
fun.
equal. But like, I had a blast at both of them.
Yeah.
But two completely different times. But yeah, a lot of fun at both.
Been very
sure.
busy. That was one weekend after the other.
That's exciting.
It's wedding season.
It
you had a
is- it is
bachelorette
wedding
party, didn't
season,
you?
yeah.
Another bachelorette
I had
party.
okay, so I was looking at my calendar and counting back the weekends.
Yeah.
It's been like 4.
Since we've done this.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think I had a wedding as well.
I think you did have a wedding.
I did have a
think
wedding,
you had
and he forgot his shoes.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh my god, I have a great
Oh.
story.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's hear it.
So I had a Friday wedding. One of my best friends from high school had a Friday wedding, and in like close to like Warwick, Rhode Island, it's in Rehoboth.
Yeah. Yep.
So we had to leave and drop my key and my car off at my best friend's house in Randolph
Okay.
because she was watching Josie for the weekend. Just the night, not the weekend, just the night. But I left Josie at our apartment because it was like still like in the middle of the day, work day. So she wasn't running around annoying them. They have a dog
Right.
too. So like the dogs would have just been like playing and it would have been annoying.
Yeah.
And I was dumb. And I will wear the 3/4 of what happened to this.
Oh, I can't.
You're
wait
3/4
for
responsible
this.
for Andy leaving his shoes behind.
I am no part responsible for Andy leaving his fucking shoes behind.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
keep-
All right,
let's
I'm
keep
jumping
that
ahead.
straight.
Okay.
He left his own shoes behind. He tries to blame me and also the Friday. He tried to blame everybody but himself. But
As men do.
but I will wear most of what went wrong.
Okay.
I will wear 99% of what went wrong.
In the moment, did you
All right.
acknowledge that?
Yeah.
It was your fault?
I was like fully like, this is all my fault.
Gotcha.
I'm curious after this story how much blame in my mind I assess each of you, but keep going. I'm working
right.
through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we left at not enough time.
Yeah.
Friday afternoon going south, and I just thought if we left at 3, the wedding starts at 5:30.
Ooh.
If we left at 3, we'd get there on time.
It's like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive, right?
It was a long time, and so the buses for the wedding from the hotel leave at 5. I am not ready. Andy still needs to shower. I showered. That's it. And so we get the car packed. I'm on my way to my friend's house. I put in her address. She normally lives like 15 minutes away.
Yep.
40 minutes away. And I
Because
was
of
like,
traffic.
yes. And
Okay.
I was like, shit. So I'm getting in the car and I texted Andy and I was like, we're going to be late. It's 40 minutes. Brenna's is 40 minutes away. And he was like, what do we do? And I'm like, just go to Brenna's. And I'm like, and then I called Brenna when I'm on the highway and I'm like, I need to talk through this with someone. I can't call Andy because he's definitely mad as
Not gonna
hell.
help.
Not going to help. So I need to talk through this with someone. Like, I know if I just like talk, I'll find a solution.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay. And I was like, what if I park my car somewhere off the side of the highway, leave the keys like in the gas cap, and you go get it and leave it unlocked? And she was like, that's a dumb idea. Why would you leave your car unlocked
Yes.
in a parking lot? And I'm like, it's the middle of the day. Who's walking around opening doors, see if something's unlocked, if it's not, if it's in like a Stop and Shop parking lot? Like, who's doing that? And she was like, I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. I feel like you shouldn't do that. And I was like, well, like, we have no other options. I can't go to your house. My dog is locked in an apartment. You need this key to get her.
To get her.
Like, I can't, and I also can't get to you because like it's going to take so much longer.
So sorry, I just want to make sure I'm on the same page. So basically, you and Andy were still at your apartment.
No, we're driving. We are driving to Brennan.
You're
at this
both
point.
in the
We're
car.
on the highway. It's two separate cars because I'm dropping my
Right, so that's
car.
what I'm saying. So your plan is okay from the
Andy's
time
behind me.
from the time you leave our
Steaming
house.
mad.
Right. We're late, and we still have to go run this errand. So we'll take two separate cars.
We were going to take two separate cars anyway because I'm in my car to give to Brenna.
Okay.
He's in his car. We're going straight
Taking
from
his
Brenna's
car.
to get to
Gotcha.
the
So
wedding.
you're saying, okay, instead of going all the way to Brenna's, I'm just going to pull off the side of the highway, leave the keys in the car, hop
And
in
then we
with Andy,
reroute
go.
and we'll straight to wedding
Gotcha.
venue.
Okay, same page, same page.
Yep. And so she was like, that's a dumb idea. We're
Okay.
close to Andy's parents' exit. And I'm
Yep.
like, oh, Andy's parents' house. I'll leave it at Andy's parents' house. You go to Andy's parents' house and get it later
Right.
after work.
Yeah.
Can you do that? And she was like, well, my husband like goes to the gym. And I was like, can he not? Can he not do that for me? And can you just come straight to get this car?
Could you please rearrange your schedule?
I was like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll do it. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I pull off, get to Andy's parents' house. He's behind me. I get in the car. We put in the address. It says 5:04.
Okay.
So
And you still have to
we've
get ready?
missed the shuttle. Yes. It starts at 5:30. Shuttle leaves at 5.
Wait, when you say, what do you mean the shuttle?
Like the bus
You know
that's
how there
getting
was
people
a shuttle from the
from
reception
the-
to
Oh.
the...
Gotcha.
from the
Yes,
hotel to the
hotel.
reception.
So
Yes.
you're already, now you're at the reception now.
No.
What?
You're at the
You
the
are
hotel.
so off.
You're at the hotel now.
No.
Where?
They're still driving, but she put it in her GPS that they would get there at 5:04.
So how did you miss it? But how did you miss the shuttle if you're still in the car?
The shuttle was supposed to leave at 5.
so
They're not
like
getting there
we're
until
not going to make the
5:04.
shuttle.
Okay, hypothetically, I thought you showed up and
No,
you missed
no,
the
no.
shuttle.
Sorry,
okay.
did I say
Oh
that?
my God.
Sorry.
No, I'm just an idiot. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'll be a little
Slow
clearer.
down next time,
I'll
Dana.
be a little bit clearer next time.
I'm just
we
bad at
have
following.
theoretically missed the shuttle if it
Okay.
leaves at 5.
Okay.
So my friend Emily and her husband are going to this wedding, and I'm like, can you drive us to the venue?
Yep.
Can you pick us up? She was like, yeah, no problem. We're running late too. Perfect. So I start doing my makeup in the car. That was really hard,
Yep.
but I did it, and my hair in the car because we had plenty of time because it took a long ass time to get there.
Yeah.
So we're still, Andy still has to go and shower and like get ready. And so we get to the hotel. It is in fact 5:04. We have missed, or 5 something. We have missed the shuttle now at this point. Emily and Brendan are in the car waiting for us to drive us to the wedding. It starts hailing, golf ball sized hail.
Okay.
And I thought
I didn't see that coming.
thought
I really did not
thought
see
his
that coming.
windshield was going to break.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, shit. So he pulls under the overhang. I was like, I'll run in and check us in. You meet me inside with all his stuff. So I go in there. There are these like old people checking in or
God.
out or something. And they're like, she's like, insert your card. And they're like, he's like slowly trying to put his chip card in. I'm like, insert your fucking card. Insert your card. Do you want me to insert your card? I'm running really late here, sir. And finally, these old people check out. She's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, I'm running super late for our wedding. We need to make this as fast as possible. Do you need the card that I booked this with? She was like, yeah. She was like, I'll try and find you a room. I'm like, give me whatever room you have. I don't even care if it's the one I booked. Just give me a room that I can change in.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, we'll make this as quick as possible. I'm like, thank you. I texted Andy. I'm like, are you coming? He was like, look outside. I turned around. You couldn't even see outside because it was pouring so bad. And
Wasn't
I'm like,
he under the overhang?
No, he had moved to go park.
Oh.
So he's like, I'm not coming in.
So he's like, I can't like carry all this stuff in. And I'm like, oh, okay, understandable. I check in. I run outside. I run to like the front entrance, and there's this little old woman like standing there, like looking at me. And I'm like, hi. And he was trying to pull back around to drop off the stuff in the overhang. I was going to take everything. He was just going to run in after me. And she's like, is your room, do you have to go outside to get to your room? And I'm like, God, I hope not. Where do you have to go outside to get to your room? And she was like, well, what's your room number? And I don't know why I told her, but I did. And she was like, oh no, you should be good. And I was just in such a panic state. I just had this conversation. I'm like, okay, cool. That's good. And she was like, what are you waiting for? And I was like, oh, my boyfriend's right there. He's trying to pull under the overhang.
Who's this
like,
nosy old woman?
I don't know, but I'm
outside
answering all of her questions because I'm just like panicking, telling her all my personal information about what I'm doing, what room I'm in.
Would you like my social security number also?
Do you want my debit card? And so she was like, I said, he's sitting right there waiting to pull under the overhang, drop our stuff off. And she goes, oh, let me move my car. Car's just sitting under the overhang, and she's making conversation with me. And I'm like,
yes,
thanks. What are you doing? And so she moves her car and like goes to her car. I have no clue who that lady was or if that was even real. But it was just like a figment of my imagination. And so he pulls under the overhang. I grab the stuff. He's like, I'll grab like the rest of this and I'll meet you in there. I said, this is our room number. Told that lady what our room number is too. I'm surprised she didn't show up.
She's meeting us there.
I run in. All I had to do was change. So I get changed. Andy comes storming in. I forgot my shoes. I'm not going. And I was like, I'm sorry. What did you just say to me? He goes, I forgot my shoes. I'm not going. And I was like, and he was like, I have bright white sneakers or I have flip-flops. And I was like, gotta go with flip-flops. They're brown. His suit's blue.
Yep.
And he was like, I'm not wearing flip-flops to a wedding. And I was
You're like, we don't have time for this right now.
Emily is texting me. The venue is 15 minutes away from the hotel.
So it's already, you're late.
Really not at this point. This all happened. You would think this happened with it. All of these events happened within like 10, 20 minutes. This was all I feel like within like a 5-minute thing. This was a good, this is why I'm telling all this lady my personal information. Cause I'm just like moving and my brain's moving and I'm just panicked.
Oh my Lord.
And I ran through the hotel and so did he.
Good.
And so he was like, what do I do? And he was like, should we just go home? And I'm like, well, no. And he was like, I'll be sober and I'll drive home tonight. And I'm like, that solves nothing. I already
shoes.
I'm like, one, I already paid for this hotel. 2, you'll still not have shoes for the wedding. 3,
what is he gonna do? Drive back?
I don't know. He's like, Friday weddings, blah, blah, blah. Why do people do this? I can't believe this. Like, just so mad about nothing, just yelling. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, here, should I stay here and like get shit faced? I'm like, no. And he's like, fine, I'll go wear flip-flops, but I'm not getting up from the table. And I'm like, okay, what? And I was like, I was sitting there just kind of letting him just ramble and
I wouldn't even care.
so
I'd be like,
mad.
sure, babe.
I was like, yep. And then he was like, okay, you go with Emily and Brendan. They're going to be late, so you go with them. I'm going to try to figure this out. I'm going to try to go find shoes. And I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And I was like that's a good, okay. I like that. So I'm like running through the hotel once again, this crazy lady. And I get in the car. Emily and Brendan are like, where's Andy? And I was like, just go. Just drive. I'll tell you on the way. We are 3 minutes late now at this point. Like
weddings
the
never
GPS
start on
says.
time,
The
though.
GPS 3 minutes late.
What were they like 45 minutes late to start the wedding?
Never start on time. And that's what everyone's telling me. I'm like, we got this. We're good. So we're driving there and Emily is also like 7 months pregnant. So there's no like sneaking anywhere with her.
Right.
She's coming in.
You see her.
So we pull in the venue. The venue's like a big open field. So we pull in.
Much like Nebraska.
And much like Nebraska, honestly. And it was very woodsy.
Thank you.
Unlike
very
Nebraska.
rustic.
Nebraska's not woodsy.
It's true.
There was some trees.
And she's walking down the aisle with her dad as we pull in.
Oof.
And we're like, all right. And I'm like, fully like, this is my fault. Sorry, guys. This is all my fault.
And it's like open. It's not like they were in the church or something.
No, it's
You're
like
whipping
open
in.
field.
So
we pull in. No one really noticed that we pulled in. And so we parked. We try to like sneak in. Mm-hmm. And like the only way we could actually sneak in was if we appeared from the bushes like right in front of the bride. And I was like, well, we can't do that.
No, can't
we got to go for
do
behind the bride. I don't care if anyone sees me as long as she doesn't.
Yeah.
That's fine. So we pull in, like, kind of, we like walk in, like, creep in, like, creeping through the fields. Like, everyone probably sees us. Well, everyone's paying attention to the ceremony too. So like everyone has their eyes frontwards.
Good.
Not on
Yeah.
us. And so we're walking through, and then we're just gonna stand in the back. Like obviously, we're just
yeah.
gonna stand in the back. There were no seats. Fine,
Right.
don't care. Some fucking wedding planner at the front of the wedding, like behind the bridesmaids, starts waving her arms, like come up here. There's seats up here, and I'm like, no, stop it, stop doing what you're doing. Why are you doing this?
Causing mass
Well,
attention.
you're fired.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? You're not being discreet. And so Emily's like, oh, I guess it's like we go. She's not gonna start waving her fucking arms unless we go. And I'm like, okay. So we go, and she puts us next to the bride's parents in front of the bridesmaids, like the seats of shame. Like literally the seats
Like
of
the
shame.
front row?
The front row.
Why?
I don't, because she hates me for some reason. I've never met this lady. Made it 10 times worse. Like the bridesmaids look at me like, you weren't there 5 minutes ago.
No.
And I'm sitting, it's like Emily, me, her husband, just sitting there like, we saw most of the ceremony though. And
Well, you showed up with a pregnant girl, so I feel like that's grounds for being like, all she has to do is be
Blame
like,
it on her.
oh, she made it clear it was not her
Like,
fault. As soon
right.
as we talked to everybody, she's like, Dana made us late. How are you? And I'm like,
she's like, I'm pregnant, but I was on time. That's Dana's fault.
because honestly, she should have been the one that was late. And guess what?
She
It was me.
should have been.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
So
It happens.
we get through the ceremony, and that was whatever. I feel like no one really even noticed that much. No one told us they noticed.
You had to walk in front of everyone. They
Yeah.
probably noticed.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we didn't walk down the aisle. We walked through
Yeah.
like the side.
Right, but-
Imagine if we walked down the aisle.
Excuse me, walk right down the front, right middle,
But
single file.
then I text Andy as soon as the ceremony's over. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the update? What's the status? It's a 411. He's like, got shoes on my way
Where did he get shoes?
in a lift. So
Marshalls.
as soon as I left, he looked up like shoe places near me. He went to TJ Maxx. They had nothing. He saw in a plaza near TJ Maxx there was a Famous Footwear. He runs into Famous Footwear in a suit, runs
And
in
flip-flops.
and flip flops, and the guy goes, "Can I help you today?" And like I'm sure like no one ever talks to this guy, and he goes, "Yeah, you can. I need a size 7 or 7. I don't know if that's my shoe size. I don't know what size. He's size 11. I don't know what size he is. That's my own shoe
Size
size.
7. Oh, Andy, sorry.
No, he is normal size feet for a 6 foot tall man.
Gotcha.
And he's like, I need them to be brown. And the guy goes, we have 2 pairs of brown shoes. Here they are. And he goes like, all right, I'll take that one. And
Easy.
they walk up to the cash register, and he puts his flip flops in the box. And the guy was like, honestly, I feel bad for you. I'm going to give you my employee discount.
Aww.
And he was like, thank you.
Oh, that's huge.
That's
Thank
so
you.
sweet.
'Cause he
Did he
was
have
such-
socks?
I think he brought them with him. Yes.
There we go. Wow.
Put on the shoes right there. Walked out of the store with the shoes.
All right, so that was a
And-
good recovery.
Good.
And went back to the hotel, called a lift. There was only one lift, and it was in the parking lot of the hotel.
Oh, wow.
It was a $70 lift,
But it got him where he
but it
needed
got
to
him.
be.
He showed up. We were still in line at cocktail hour to get a drink, and he showed up,
$70 lift.
and he walked in.
How
I
far
mean,
was he
couldn't
from the
you guys
venue?
have just like
15
driven back
minutes.
and picked
Wait, it
him
was
up?
$70 to get 15 minutes?
Because we were in the middle of like nowhere pretty much, and
Oh, wow.
there was one lift. So we could charge whatever he wanted to. We could charge $500.
What are you going to do, buddy? Walk?
Yeah. So then we were still in line to get drinks,
Yeah.
and he showed up right on time.
Wow.
Well, no, not on time. Missed the whole ceremony, but
All right, so
On time for what he
hour.
needed to be.
I feel like we need to stop and assess blame at this point in time, now that we've heard the story.
I think you said that you blamed yourself 98 or 99%.
there is really no excuse to forget your goddamn shoes.
So here's the thing. I was gonna
He's
say,
like, I was rushed.
Hey, both people can also check how long it takes to get somewhere, so I wouldn't fully blame that on you. He also could have checked how long
Yeah,
the
he
drive
could have
was going to be.
intervened. When I said we were leaving at 3, he could have intervened.
okay,
Yeah,
well, hold
honestly,
on.
I didn't even think about
Hold
that.
on, here's the
All right, I
thing.
think I'm maybe 75, 25.
I'm petty, so I always think of that shit. I'm
Oh.
like, you could have done it too.
Oh, I wore it right away. I was like, this is my fault. This is all my fault.
But all right, I get how being in a rush, you would leave your shoes behind. I
Yeah.
guess
You should have, if you know that you need to leave work and go right to a wedding, you should have your shit packed.
No, I get
All together.
I get how that works.
Shoes
I guess
is an essential part of that.
I guess my
Shoes
question
is always
is
the last thing to be packed, though.
is it so why is it your fault you guys were in a rush? Like is it your fault you left late?
Well, we didn't leave. No, honestly, no, because we didn't think we were late at that point. We didn't put
Okay,
anything
so
in the
look,
GPS.
I've-
We left at 3. We planned to leave at 3.
I was kind of ready to like just dump blame on you, but
It was
I don't
traffic's
know.
fault.
I feel like it's just kind of like it just is a
He
shitty
rushed
circuit.
himself.
No, okay, we're not. No.
Blame Andy, that bastard.
No, we're not letting the pendulum
Idiot.
swing that far back. No, we're not blaming it. I think it's nobody's fault.
I
It was
know, I
just,
think
It was
it's
it was
just
a
a
rush.
series
Right, it was a
of
rush
unfortunate
situation.
events.
Yeah.
But we made it. We had a great time. It was a fun wedding.
Once you got there.
Yeah.
And where
Oh,
was it
yeah.
again?
Rehoboth.
Rehoboth.
It was like it's a place.
Is that
where
on the water?
No.
No.
Was there water? Might have been a lake, pond.
I mean,
Not like ocean water.
a very similar thing happened to us for your cousin's wedding, though, because we were walking into the hotel in our t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops as the bride and all the bridesmaids and her parents are walking
Yeah.
through the lobby to leave for the ceremony. And I was like, hi, nice to meet you. In my t-shirt.
But we still made it on time to the wedding, though. We weren't late to the wedding.
No, we
did get
made
there
it
on
in time.
Yeah.
Just in the nick of time. They were closing
Right.
the doors to the church right when we got there.
Yeah. No,
But we made
wasn't
it.
bad.
Also, the church must have been some sort of historical something. Didn't have AC.
Churches are always hot.
I was dying.
But this one had like 300
Another
foot
reason I'm
like
out on
mausoleum
churches.
ceilings. Like they
Yeah.
were like it was crazy.
It was nuts. My
But,
thighs
yeah.
were sticking together. I had swamp ass. It was crazy.
It was a good time though.
I hate that. That
know,
happens
it
to me
was the
all the
worst.
time. I don't know why I'm saying you like it's never happened to me.
I had to
before. It
keep
happens to
rearranging
me.
my legs. So I
Yeah.
had them crossed. I was like, this is the
It's
worst.
like the first part of my body that starts sweating is my butt.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, no, it was really friggin' hot in there. But honestly, they did a good job of making it kind of short and sweet for like a mass.
Yeah.
For a
included.
Catholic wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I was concerned that they were going to do the full Catholic wedding.
Yeah.
They didn't.
That's good. I like the ceremony should be like 20 minutes
15, 20
max. 20 minutes
Yeah,
max.
for sure. Especially if it's depending. I think the condition should influence it. Like if it's scorching hot, like cut out a few
Like, let's speed
unnecessary
this up,
shit. Yeah,
yeah.
like sorry, like first cousin, you don't get to do a reading.
Also goes
Like,
for if it's cold. If you do an outside
Yeah.
wedding like in the fall or the winter, like
Yeah.
Don't
But
be
no.
late and don't make people sit out there for too long.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah.
they didn't.
yeah,
they,
this was the most on time wedding I've ever been to in my entire life.
You
And
started
now I won't
right
believe
at 5:30.
And now I won't believe anybody when they tell me weddings are always on time. I mean, always late. Absolutely not.
Pretty much started.
Ours
on
no,
time,
ours was
really.
pretty on time. I mean, honestly, both of the weddings that we went to, everything was really smooth. Like there weren't any problems. Although okay, this is kind of funny. There was one incident that happened, and I actually felt a little bad for the dude who it happened to. Alyssa and I both kind of felt bad. So basically, what happened is, so whatever. So it's my side of the family. So my mom's side of the family. So it's a bunch of Lebanese people, and then she was marrying the groom was Brazilian. So it was a bunch of Brazilian people.
Very loud.
Whatever. Yeah. So
very-
That must have been a party.
it was
was a party.
It was a party. It was a good time. But so basically, what happened is there was, and again, we both kind of made the same observation.
Felt
but
bad for the guy.
yeah, all right. Basically, what happened was the guy on the groom's side,
groom.
huh?
No,
The groom.
a guy on the groom's
No,
side.
a guy on the groom.
groomsman.
No, like
I guessed.
a guest on the groom's side. Yes,
A guest of the groom.
a guest of the groom. I'm assuming he was a family
He
member or
kept saying
something.
the guy like it was someone important, but it was just a guest.
No, just a guest.
Well, he was the guy in this story, but yeah.
He wasn't a groomsman.
He's the
was he?
main character
He's the
of
main
this story,
character of
but
the
not-
story.
not
No,
the wedding,
he's just
okay.
he's just he's a side piece in the wedding. But no, so he's there, and so this guy, he had too much to drink, and at some point he goes from like wearing like his nice clothes to we look over, and now he's in kind of like
Like a Led Zeppelin bro tank.
yeah.
And like not a, it was,
And like he like
he's a big
and like
Irish
he
dude,
like he had like his hair in like a not Irish dude, Brazilian,
sorry,
Brazilian
Brazilian.
dude, and he has like
Ponytail.
yeah, he got his hair in a ponytail and stuff, and like whatever. So
and
like
he's big. He had to
and
be like 300 pounds. Like he was a bigger
he
dude.
he was a big dude. I don't know about 300 pounds, but he was a
sorry.
big dude. Anyway, he basically at some point he
don't
got
know my
drunk.
weight. I have no
He got
concept.
drunk, and for a very like nice formal wedding, he was looking a little sloppy and potentially acting a little sloppy. But anyway, so he was out on the dance floor, and I don't know exactly what he did, if he did anything inappropriate or vulgar, or if he was literally just went up to this girl and tried to dance with her. But the girl that he went up to was, and I'm sure you know how Brazilians dance. They they don't exactly have a 6-foot rule. So, he went up and tried to dance with this girl, and it just so happened that she was like 15, 16, but
God, this story is getting so much worse. Like
Yeah.
way worse than I thought.
And this dude was probably in like his 30s, 40s.
Christ.
So, but so two things.
So what happened?
Well, all right. So what happened was basically out of nowhere. It was a good time. It's like near the end of the night, honestly.
When everyone's already been drinking.
Yeah, everyone's
lot
drunk.
going on.
And this girl's dad, who is a big dude, like he's a big dude. He's got a big old beard, big old Lebanese guy. All of a sudden, I start.
Well, the girl like freaked out.
Yeah. So I didn't see the girl freak out. Apparently the girl
crying.
freaks out, so she runs outside. Again, I don't know whether she was like touched inappropriately or whether it's just because like she's 15, she freaked out that like some dude was like drunkenly trying to dance on her.
I think she just
But-
panicked.
Both are grounds for freaking out.
I think she
yes,
just panicked
but,
that like a guy
right.
tried to dance with her. I really don't think that he did anything inappropriate.
Right. He just was drunk and saw a girl like in the dance floor and like tried to dance with her. Again, Alyssa, I'll let you say this so it doesn't sound as weird.
Did she look
But
15?
no.
No, she definitely looked older. She had her
right.
hair. Someone did her hair. She had her makeup. She actually had like a full it was like a princess like gown.
All right, that seems.
So she didn't.
She looked
She
older.
didn't look 15.
No.
I don't even know who she is. She's like a distant cousin. I don't know who she is, but she didn't look 15. And then on top of that, now the father's like he's screaming. All of a sudden we're hanging out,
Wants to
having a good
kill
time.
this guy.
Yeah, he's going.
Like, starts a fight.
I'm gonna kill that. I'm not gonna say the word he used, but I'm gonna
don't.
kill that blank with that ponytail. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. What does he think he's doing? And like we needed like people to like hold him back and shit. And it was like this big uproar. And like the girls like outside like panicking, like crying, like all of her cousins
Alright,
and
that
like
seems a
everyone was
little dramatic.
So
That's what I mean.
But
But she's
again,
also 15, so like
she's 15. But again,
it was a misunderstanding.
we think it was a misunderstanding. We don't know if he actually. It'd be different if he went up and did something inappropriate. We don't know. We
You don't
think
know, so-
we don't know. We think she was just like freaked
from
out
the
by the
stories
incident.
and the thing that we've heard from other people that were there that saw it, and from what we've heard is that it wasn't inappropriate.
Yeah, we heard he just tried to dance,
Like
with her.
flirt
Again,
with her,
we don't
dance
know.
with her, and then she panicked and freaked out.
Okay, all of which is inappropriate because she is 15.
Again,
But
right?
he doesn't know
But he
that.
didn't know that. And she
and
looked, she looks older.
and he's like at this point like drunk enough to the point where he's at like an elegant wedding in a Led Zeppelin tank. So he's
Bro tank, yeah. There's,
he's
like-
not exactly like
A picture of class.
yeah. Well, I'm not even that. I would just say he's not at the point where like he's checking her ID. like he's yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Everyone looks 18.
Yeah,
when you're that drunk.
exactly. At
So-
that point, yeah. So I don't
They
know,
were fine.
but it was
Everything
I
was
hope that
fine.
guy's okay.
it was just a funny little way to end the night. No, it was actually kind
Nothing
of funny
happened.
because
They like held both people back. They were just yelling at each other, but everything.
I'm
worked
actually
out.
super. I missed out on. I wanted to hear it from his mouth. So at the end of the night, we were waiting because we took one car over. Her, me, my brother, his girlfriend, and my mother, and Alyssa and I were outside. And we were waiting for them to come out so we could all leave. And that dude was out there talking to somebody, and the dude he was talking to was smoking a cigar, and I needed a cigar cutter, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ask this guy if he's got a cigar cutter. So I asked those guys if you have a cigar cutter. They didn't, but whatever. We just started chit chatting, and this dude voluntarily goes, "Bro, did you hear what happened?" And I played dumb, and I was like, "No, man, like, no."
I mean, a
no.
screaming match in the middle of the reception.
There's like,
No, I didn't see
no,
it.
what happened? And he goes, dude, it was the craziest fucking thing. It was bullshit. And then they all walked out and started walking to the car, and I was like, and I had to go. But I really wanted to stay. And they started walking too, and they left because the rest of their group they were waiting for came out. But like, I was so close to getting the story from the horse's mouth, but I didn't.
I don't know. I felt bad for the guy.
But I
Coming
did
from
feel
a
a little
girl's
bad for the guy.
perspective, if a guy tried to dance with me at a wedding, I would also turn around and be like, "Get the fuck off me! Like, please stop."
And then when you're
But the
15,
fact that
everything
she's
is more
15,
dramatic.
Yeah. So then she was
So,
crying and everyone was
yeah.
freaking out, and I was like, "Oh Jesus." Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a lot going on at that wedding.
Yeah.
Everything turned out fine though.
No. Yeah. That was,
It was
just
a beautiful
just a minor
evening.
hiccup, but it was an interesting one.
Beautiful evening. Other than that,
It was good.
I don't know. That's all we've had going on in our life.
Yeah.
I had the wedding, and then
The batch party.
a bachelorette the next weekend.
What is
Where was
this?
that at?
3 out of 6 that you have to
This
go
was
to?
the final bachelorette party this summer.
How many did you have?
Only 3.
Okay.
So, where was this one?
It was in the Cape.
That's not bad then.
It wasn't bad. It was one night, too. So
One
it
night down
wasn't
the
bad.
Cape, that's not bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
yeah.
It was nice. It was fun. I jumped in the pool at Trader Ed's.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. let's go back. What are their pool rules, and why do they have a pool?
The pool
Don't
rules
jump
are
in.
don't go in the
To
pool.
jump in.
Don't
Literally,
jump in.
They make it so they couldn't have
And
laid
it's
it
such
out
like a
any
pretty
perfectly.
blue
I just
color.
looked up a picture of it. It looks beautiful.
I was literally just gonna say they
Yeah.
put lights in it to like
It's
make it
so
look
pretty.
like
It's
extra
so
blue and shit.
tempting.
Yeah.
Can you like get in the pool at all and like drink?
No,
Or they
no.
just-
The rules. There's one rule about the pool. And it's don't get in the pool.
But it's literally like they tempt you because like
They
I said,
do tempt you.
not only they light it up and make it all blue, but it's like it's not like it's off to the side. It's
in the
literally
middle of the
center
bar.
of everything.
It's a
and
centerpiece.
they build around the pool and then they shine like spotlights on it and they don't even
It's-
put like a rope or anything and they're
Yeah.
like, but if you go in, you're done.
Yeah.
And then they just feed you booze all night,
And
literally.
I've been
and you're
going
like,
there for years and years, and I've always wanted to jump in, and I was drunk enough, and one person said, do it. And I said, okay.
Okay.
And it was the bride. And I made sure she wanted to leave because I was like, we're getting kicked out as soon as this happens. And she was like, yeah, I'm hungry. I want to go home and get pizza. And I was like, all right.
All right.
And
Did you do it by yourself?
Yeah.
Or did anyone else?
Nobody followed. See, I was hoping the rest of the bridesmaids like all followed you.
No,
after,
I don't know if I did
like,
it by myself.
I did it by
That's
myself.
ballsy.
There's a video I can show you after this. But really, it's just me walking by the pool and then like saying excuse me to somebody and then just jumping in. And it was really hard to get out because they don't have like a properly functioning ladder
No.
because like you're not supposed to jump in. So it was like really hard for me to get out, but I had to like really like pull myself up and
Did
out.
they kick you out? Like, did someone come?
So like we didn't give them the chance. I
just ran out?
Yeah, you just got up and
That's
jumped.
the move.
And some people were at the bar and like one of the
Yeah.
bride's friends that was with us ran over to them and was like, hey, Dana jumped in the pool, we gotta leave. And they were like, what the fuck? So like they chugged their drinks and they were like, okay. And then like they came running out after us and I was like, shit, are they gonna like call the cops? I didn't think this was like an arrestable offense. And
I mean, if the one rule is don't
No,
jump in the
they
pool.
act like big hardos about it. They just want to kick you out.
yeah, no, the
That's-
waitress
yeah.
was like, you didn't pay your bill. And we were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We just
As
jumped
you're
in and ran.
soaking wet, you're like, I'm sorry, it wasn't me, but here's
I was literally like, I'm so sorry. And I just like gave her my card and was like, here you go. And she ran back in the restaurant and ran back out.
She's like, I don't give a shit.
It's
you
gonna be
jumped
like
in the
throwing
pool.
up in an Uber. They're gonna add like a $200 charge for
Did
jumping in
not
the pool.
even check.
You should check that.
But then
They
and then
must deal with that on a nightly basis, though.
Yeah. Yes. There is no way.
yeah.
I was the only person that night that jumped in the pool.
If
I'm gonna
it-
call and ask. What's the point of paying to put a pool in there? Paying to put a pool.
That's their way of population control in the bar. It's when their bouncers aren't paying attention, the drunk people just weed themselves out. When you get to the point
Facts.
where you're making that bad of a decision,
right.
they just like, oh, all right, you're
So
good.
Dana drank too much.
Yeah,
Honestly,
make some room.
Well, I was shit faced, but she apparently the bride bet me and I had no clue. She Venmoed me $100
Oh,
when we
damn.
were standing there, and I was like, why
Yeah.
did you just Venmo me $100 as we were like waiting for Uber? She goes, because I bet you wouldn't jump in. I was like, oh, I thought you just told me to.
You did it for
Yeah.
free.
I had no clue. I thought she was just like jump in. I was like, okay.
I
I've
just
been
wanted to
literally
do it for
waiting
fun.
for years for someone to give me the opportunity to jump into Trader Reds.
You're like,
see
I
the
never thought I'd
video.
get paid for it.
I was
Oh my
like,
God,
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take your money. And so then I tried to call an Uber and it was like $283 and we were only like 10
Oh.
minutes away from this place and I was like,
We're walking.
Walk at that
fuck,
point. Yeah.
I'll buy it. I'm so cold. I'm freezing.
yeah.
And I was like, I want to be home now. I just want to change
You're
right this
not
second.
right.
it's
mindset.
actually it's impossible to get an Uber out of that place.
And then,
Impossible.
well, then Rachel was like, there is no way that this is like almost $300. We are 10 minutes away. Cancel it. And I was like, okay, I'll cancel it. And someone else called an Uber. It was like $10, showed right up. And then I got the cancellation receipt and I looked at it and it was because it was going back to Boston to my home.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, Dana.
yeah. Well, that'll
And then I
You
went home and ate
concern
some
me with your
snacks and
drinking.
fell asleep. All right, I had a good time.
There you go.
I didn't spend $300 and I did get to jump in the pool and that was something I wanted to do for a very
There you
long
go.
time.
Cross it off the bucket list.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Justin could have had some fun like that if you let him go out in Nebraska, but we'll never know, now will we?
Yeah. Who knows what I could have
Thank
gotten
God.
into? Honestly.
Thank God.
But that's pretty much what I've been doing since.
Nice.
I mean, that sounds like a blast.
I've been having a great time.
Sounds like you've had a lot going on.
Well, it also at the rate we're doing these shows now, this will probably be the last one in this studio unless we do one in the next week or so. But yeah, we got a new studio
Wait,
coming
when is
up.
that happening?
We don't know yet.
Well, so
Soon.
the lease is going to be for September 1st, but I'm going to try to get in there as soon as possible and start like setting up and cleaning out and doing stuff. So it's good to go.
Soon. We're
Because
going to
it's-
get to make our own little cute
So-
area for ladies' night.
Yeah, you did.
So
say
the
that.
thing
I'm
is,
excited.
the thing about this place is like, I wouldn't say it's like as finished as like a basement like this, but it's like 3 or 4 times as big.
Okay.
So it gives us the opportunity, if we clean it up and fix it up and make it look nice, it gives us the opportunity to do a lot with it.
Got it.
So,
I've already got some peel and stick wallpaper in my Amazon cart, so
Nice.
oh, that's
Cute.
amazing.
I'll
Yeah,
help you.
there we go.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna make a cute little. We'll buy a plant or something,
Fake
Yeah.
plant that we
Yeah.
established
Oh, yeah,
because I
fake
cannot
plant.
keep care of a plant.
and we can't trust these.
Well, you
Guys,
can't
to
you
do it.
can't trust me with a plant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take that
Excuse
back.
me.
Actually, that was rude.
I'm a great plant dad.
Justin has been taking care of my tomatoes
and cucumbers
Oh,
and
yeah,
your
you have a
other
cute little
flowers.
garden.
Yeah.
Yes, my cute little backyard garden in my pots.
I water them every day, twice when it's
Cute.
hot.
Oh,
Okay.
that's adorable.
So
because I leave so early for work and
Yeah.
I'm usually running late, so I never have time. But he waters them and they're turning out phenomenal. We're gonna make some pasta sauce, so I'll make you some.
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yes, please do. I love pasta sauce.
Make you some homemade pasta
Actually,
sauce.
I'm gonna save some of those tomatoes too, and like let them rot, and I'll figure out a way to use them as some sort of punishment for like a hedge better, like fantasy football or betting or competition, something
no,
like that.
we can buy tomatoes at the store for you. And
I
your
would
stupid
much rather
games.
throw some tomatoes at somebody that I grew. I think would just be more rewarding.
All right, we'll think on that one.
All right, should we wrap it up? Or do you guys got more to talk about?
We can wrap it up unless you want to recap Bachelor in Paradise. Do you have a lot of thoughts on that?
No.
Night one was kind of boring. They just introduced everyone, which I'm very excited about most of the cast. It should be entertaining.
I like a grocery bag Joe or something.
Grocery bag, Joe.
No, it was grocery store.
Yeah,
Grocery store Joe.
I like him. He's funny. He's wicked awkward. I like it.
No, was that the one that was pacing around?
It was one that like was like, I don't want to be here. Why am I here?
Him. Not sure how I feel about him. He was funny though. I'm mostly excited for the girls because now we have whoever the blonde girl is. God, I can't even talk about it. The one that like squirted champagne all over her face.
Oh yes, she was
Kelsey.
Kelsey. I
Kelsey.
remember that. That was really funny.
Kelsey, and we also have Queen Victoria in the same
See,
vicinity.
I don't know who Queen Victoria is. I didn't watch whatever season that was.
She was phenomenal entertainment.
Yeah.
She had bra straps flying in the wind.
You definitely did watch that because didn't we talk about that season on this show?
Yeah. She had the eye thing all season.
You talked about that. I wasn't watching it.
Oh,
I think we started this show right when it was Matt's season.
yeah, she
Yeah.
was on Matt James'
Yeah.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we started the show right when his season ended. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Maybe we were
you guys
talking about it with like
about the
Danny.
people, but yeah.
gotcha. Yeah,
So anyways, she's hilarious. She's a shit show. She looks like a completely different person. She got plastic surgery and like dyed her hair blonde. Doesn't even look the same anymore.
Oh really?
But she is full of just sass, and she calls herself Queen Victoria now. She's like Goddess Victoria or something.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I saw all that, and I saw like the flashbacks, and I was like, she looks unhinged.
I'm so excited for it. Just to have them both in the same area is going to make for great television. And then the guys are just funny. I like them.
I hate that Carl's there, bug-eyed Carl.
Oh, yeah. Nobody
get the
likes
fuck
him.
out.
The motivational speaker.
Yeah.
No, he's a psychopath.
But all the other guys, I'm like,
What's the guy's name that looks
oh,
like
the
Gordon?
one who thinks that he's 40 that was naked, or talks
yeah,
about how
the
he's 40 that
naked
was
guy?
naked the whole
Is that
time.
Dale?
I didn't like. No, it made me really uncomfortable though. I didn't like his whatever joke.
Justin
that
said
was.
that too. He's like,
What?
is this the naked guy?
The naked one,
Oh yeah. Well, no.
and all he does is talk about how he's 40.
I am 40 and naked.
Yeah,
That's
and
who
I'm like,
I am.
That's his like personality
That's who
trait.
he is.
that he's
no,
40
that's
and
not.
naked?
I had my two initial questions were I feel like in today's day and age, like, is that like, did they have to
Yeah.
consent to that? Like, especially like the female participants, did they have to consent to being like, hey, just so you know, like 24/7, there's just gonna be a dick around.
Part of me thinks that he's wearing like a
You
something
think it's
over.
you think it's just for like effect?
Yeah, and they have like the black box around his waist to make it seem like he's not.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be. I feel like in today's day and age, you couldn't just voluntarily be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk around with my dick out," and you all just go to watch it.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
that's-
My first thought was that he's not actually naked, and they just were told to pretend like he's naked.
maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. It made me uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Also,
I
too,
think
like
David Spade is wicked weird
Super
on it.
awkward.
So
I was just gonna
awkward,
say
not
that.
funny, and it's just like
Has he
made
made what comments has he made? I like David Spade.
He made a couple of funny jokes, but like otherwise
yeah,
the
like a couple of-
exchanges were super awkward and uncomfortable.
He's only funny when he's talking to Wells. When he's talking to like the actual participants, he's really weird.
Yeah.
He like can't make like conversation. It's
'Cause he
very
probably-
strange.
because he
probably-
only knows jokes.
Yeah.
No, it's because he's like a fucking. He's like a legend in like show business, and he's dealing with these fucking morons,
Honestly, yeah,
reality
this is kind
celebrities.
of rock
Yeah,
bottom for
he's
him.
literally
Yeah.
he's literally like, who are these fucking morons, and why do half of them have more followers on Twitter
Yeah,
than
and
me?
like why
what
am
the
I here?
fuck?
Like
Yeah,
how did I
this is
get
ridiculous.
to this point? Can
Yeah.
Adam Sandler just make another movie? God
Yeah,
damn it.
exactly.
How
He's
did he
probably-
get to this point? Did
Adam
they ask
Sandler
him
hasn't made a movie in years.
Yeah.
so that it can be in? Oh, we also get to see Lil Wayne's supposed to host part of it. He's
John.
supposed to be
Lil
Lil
John.
John. Sorry, I'm sorry. Lil John's
Lil
supposed to be
Wayne.
on
The
there
other
at some
Lil
point.
Yeah.
of our generation.
Well,
many
don't.
Lils.
There's plenty of other Lils. Don't
Of
just.
our generation.
Oh yeah. Wait. They're both of our generation.
John and
Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah.
John Wayne.
John and Wayne. They were both. Yeah. They were.
Sound like guys that work in the finance department.
John Wayne. You know them,
And
right?
then you add a Lil to it.
The Kings of Kronk.
Yeah, they were like when we were like growing up, like they
Middle
were
school.
like
Yeah, they were same age. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But you
The
said.
other Lil of our generation.
God,
Oh,
you
you
really
said.
need to
I.
step it up.
I thought
You
you
said there are
meant.
plenty of other lulls, and I was like, yeah, but these are the two big of our generation. Was what I was implying.
Gotcha.
Do you see what I live with
Not firing on all cylinders
I'm
tonight.
not. No.
on a daily basis?
No, I just like to think of the little people, Lil Scrappy, Lil Durk. Like there's a lot of them out
I
there.
don't know any of those people.
Okay, well don't forget about them.
I don't know any of those people. This must be a Braintree thing.
You must be old.
They all performed at Braintree Day. You missed it.
I did miss it.
Fucking Braintree Day. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I am excited for the season. I will say the first episode got me excited for the whole season.
Paradise
Lil
is
Boozy.
always so much better.
It is so much,
So much better than the regular Bachelor franchise.
It really is far more entertaining.
It's way more because everyone just like gets drunk and like I also don't think they were drinking that much.
What's the goal of
No,
this one
I
again?
thought they had water in their margarita
They had
glasses.
clear liquid.
Yeah. What?
What is the goal of this show again?
Someone I think does get married at the end of this.
It's that you can date It's kind of like you
It's
can
like
just date married people.
It's like
Or
Survivor meets
married people.
Bachelor.
Oh, so
Zuh.
if you don't pair up with someone, you get voted off.
Yeah, you get voted off the island.
So there's
So, like,
always an
sometimes,
odd
like-
number of guys and girls.
Sometimes boys have the date card or whatever roses. Sometimes girls have it, and like that's who like your tribal council is.
But so like, how do they make it so that there's always an odd number of guys and girls?
They just make it so that there's
They only
always a
give you
number.
that many roses.
Right now there are 13 guys and 10 girls.
So 2 girls are gonna go, or two
Yeah, two
girls.
girls.
3, 13 and 10. That's 3.
3.
Right, but then I'm saying right, but I guess but my point is at that point once it's 10 and 10, when the girls go to give out roses, how do they eliminate a guy? Because then there's 10 and 10. So I'm saying, how do they always keep it an uneven number?
2 go home. I don't know, Justin. Don't ask questions you don't
See,
have
I am
answers to.
firing on all cylinders. You guys just aren't on my
Any
level.
Hooters, we're gonna watch the next
They make
episode.
it odd somehow.
All right.
Maybe what if they have to like fist fight to see who gets to stay?
There should be challenges mixed in. Are there?
I don't know.
There should be.
There's probably is.
No, just combining
So,
every
anyways,
reality
we're
show
new
into
to
one.
this. Dana doesn't really watch The Bachelor
I don't, but I've
or
started.
Paradise. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I don't know if I've ever watched a full season of Paradise.
Well,
that's
hey,
exactly what I'm saying. So we're learning. Learn along with us, or if you know it, we apologize for not knowing more about it. You're just
La-
gonna have to listen to us fumble our way through it.
you know about it a little bit.
Not a lot about Paradise.
I love
Bachelor,
Wells.
Yes, I love Wells.
I love him and Sarah Hyland.
I was just gonna say we're obsessed with Modern Family, and I told him that they're engaged or
Engaged.
Yeah.
they're engaged.
They've
I
been
wasn't sure if
engaged
they
for a
were
while.
married yet. Yeah.
Well,
So.
we're in Ladies' Night. We're in good company. Ladies' Night, Bachelor, all those other shows that Dana has not watched. We're up there with the best of them.
You get
Hey,
to hear
you
us
gotta
fumble
be-
our way through a
You
lot
gotta,
of
be,
episodes.
you gotta be good to get my attention.
So I'm saying, if the Bachelor doesn't cut it, then I mean, I don't feel bad.
There's a new Beverly Hills on tonight. Will you watch that?
What does that mean?
Real Housewives?
Don't watch that.
Oh.
What do you watch?
I have started watching.
Yeah. What doesn't suck, Dana? What do you?
Should we
What do
recap?
you
like an
enjoy?
intellectual.
Love Island?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch that either. What do I watch? I watch the news every night,
Dateline?
and I watch Chronicle every night.
We are not
Chronicle.
recapping Chronicle. I'm sorry.
Main
It's
Streets and
that's
Back
like
Roads.
the millennial
I'm doing
version of
good.
60 Minutes. We're not doing that.
I started watching recently Vanderpump Rules from the very beginning. I'm
I-
on season 3.
I don't know anything
I could get
about
into
that.
that.
Have you watched it before, Vanderpump Rules?
No.
Oh, you should.
Where did Lisa Vanderpump come from? Wasn't she a Real Housewife?
I think
Yeah.
so. Is what I'm gathering
Yeah.
from this show.
And then they broke off and did her
And
own.
now, yeah, and they started in like 2012. I feel like it started a long time ago, like season 1, which is really fun to watch because everyone dresses poorly because it's 2012. They all have like
Their outfits are
Blackberries.
terrible.
Yeah, like
Did you watch Southern Charm?
yes, I did watch that in full.
Is that not the same girl?
Who?
Lisa Vanderpump, and then like the old lady that's always in.
No, different.
different people?
The lady from Southern Charm is like decrepit. She's like 80 years old.
Okay, so Lisa Vanderpump is not that old?
No.
Okay.
She's old, but she's not that old.
I don't really watch.
She's still opening restaurants and like owns restaurants.
Okay.
Like, that's the whole concept is she owns this restaurant called Sir. And all these people work at it and they all like date each other and you follow these people around. And they all like fucking hate each other and like sleep with each other and sleep with people's boyfriends. Fucking crazy.
That sounds like something I could get into.
Oh, it is. It's gold.
I could
I'm on
This is
definitely do
Vanderpump Rules?
Yeah, I'm on
Start
season
watching
3.
that.
So these chicks they home wreck? That's what this is?
Like they're all in this friend group and they all like just sleep with each other and they're all dating each other and like sleep with each other and like not in like
And
a
they're all
polygamous
they're all
type
like
thing.
middle-aged people?
They're all well
20s, 30s.
Stassi, who is like the main bitch, she's like the head bitch in charge.
Stassi
When this
Schroeder, is that her
started,
name?
when this started, she was only like 22. But her boyfriend Jax was like 30. So like
they-
they all range from those
They all
ages.
just bang each other and
Yeah.
Live their lives.
nice.
I have a follow-up show that I think that you should start watching.
What? Well, I'm busy with Vanderpump Rules. I don't watch a lot of TV, so
If you have some extra free time and you and Andy want to watch something together, watch Married at First Sight.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Have you ever
okay.
watched it?
I've heard of it.
You have to watch it. We're obsessed with it. The season that
It's
we're
very
watching
interesting,
now,
I will say.
they literally don't meet each other until they're walking down the aisle to get married. And then
Seems
they go
like a
through.
stupid fucking idea.
Some of them work out, and it's actually quite interesting. The season that we're on right now sucks. All the
So
people suck.
look, here's the problem. The first couple seasons we watched, it seemed pretty like genuine and good, and like we were both super into it. I really liked it. Now with this season, what I'm starting to realize is they just find people who fit certain like archetypes and like personality, like have certain personality traits, and they just pair them together because like they know it's going to cause sparks. Like they're supposed to be experts.
They do it for the drama.
It's all for the drama. They're supposed to be experts matching people who are like soulmates, like one true love. Like you're marrying someone at first sight. Like you're supposed to be like,
Right.
like on
You should be
like
compatible.
100% compatible. And they're putting people together that like one wants kids, one
The other one
doesn't.
doesn't.
Like one's allergic to one's allergic to cats. The other has 3 fucking cats that they have to sleep in her bed. Like they do shit that's like it's just right away. There's just simple boxes that you would check that be like these people should not be together. But
Yeah.
they don't do that. So that's
is
why
very entertaining,
But that's
though.
why I find it fucked up because they make it seem like, oh, these people are compatible. We need you to find love. Like we match you guys perfectly, like experts, blah, blah, blah. Give it a chance. But it's like they didn't even check or they probably did it on purpose, but like they're not even compatible in some of the most simplest basic areas.
Yeah.
So it kind of pisses me off that I feel like it's more so.
the season that we're
Yeah.
on is that way, but we watched a couple seasons that were good, and we're going to start watching a new season. We're almost done with this one that looks really good also. So
I hope so.
when we start the new season, you and Andy should start the other one, and then we can recap that.
Okay, we're busy with Outer Banks season 2 right now, but
Oh, yeah, I never
Outer
got into that.
Banks. What is
We
Outer Banks?
You wouldn't like
it's
it.
you. I don't know. Andy loves it. He's the one that wanted to watch it.
What is it?
It's just a Netflix show. It's all fiction.
Oh,
It's not a reality TV show.
We can show it to you. I tried to watch the first season. I didn't get into it, but people are like obsessed with it. I just don't feel like it's
I started
something-
watching it on like Andy and I both started watching like a hungover Sunday and watched like 5 episodes. Then we were like invested.
Yeah, I tried that.
I was gonna
Okay.
see if I could get you to. Oh, you know what we started rewatching the other day is we only watched the first one, but we're gonna watch the rest of them. Is Shrek? We got to rewatch all the Shreks.
Right now, I feel like we're not providing any sort of content. We're just talking. We're not providing any sort of insight or valuable information. We're just talking
well,
about
all
Shrek.
right. First off, valuable piece of information.
But I cut you off.
There's a 4th Shrek. There's a 4th Shrek for you guys out there.
Anyways,
4th Shrek.
you know what?
Yeah. All right. We'll
Come
end it.
back. No, come back next week. Well, I can't promise it'll be next week. We've been a little bit inconsistent with our filming.
Yeah. Who knows when you'll see us next?
Come back to the next episode. Listen to what we've watched over the last couple of weeks. We'll recap whatever we've got, talk about our lives.
Click the.
Probably on the TV.
Click the. No, it's not on the TV. It's not on the TV. You get the little center button right there.
Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, ladiesnight_HB.
I found it. I found
There
those
you go.
guys.
There you go.
Dana's about to cut us off, so we will catch you next time. Bye.
Later.